So what's up, everybody? We back for episode 7 of Donzell's Motivational Mondays. So today I want to have a discussion with you about knowing your brand. So how many of us out there, there's just like a particular brand that you have to have, like no matter what it is. Like with me, like I have to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like I can't do the Cinnamon Toasters, the Cinnamon O's. Like I have to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. When it comes to hot sauce, like I like Frank's Red Hot. I can't do the Tabasco sauce. I might get some flack from this from my fiance, but I can't do the Louisiana hot sauce. Like I like Frank's Red Hot. When it comes to shoes, I like Nikes. Reeboks and Adidas, they're cool, but I'm a Nike man. Like I have to have Nikes. I know my brand. What is your brand? Like are you team iPhone or are you team Android? What is your brand? You have to know what your brand is, because when you don't know what your brand is, you can allow people to give you whatever they want to give you. I have 3 principles that I want to share with you today on how to know what your brand is. The first one is to know your audience. Everything starts with knowing your audience. If you don't know who these people are or how to build a business that caters to them, then you probably won't be very successful. I have a friend back home in Saginaw. His name is Cuddles Hopkins. He is the co-founder of the clothing line, Good and Wealthy. In a recent interview, he was asked the question, how are you successful in a market that's oversaturated? His response was that they wanted to differentiate themselves from everyone else. Their goal was to reach a different market. So he went on to say that his t-shirts, they sell for $45 for a t-shirt. And he said there's some people who complain about the price, and there's other people who just buy it. The people who complain about the price, that's not his target market. Because at the end of the day, you can buy whatever t-shirt you want to buy. But because he knows his brand and he knows who his target audience is, he's able to set his prices at this level and be very successful in this market. Before your brand can be successful, you have to know who your target audience is. The second principle is you have to know, what are you selling? And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean a product, but what type of service? What are you selling? What do you pride yourself on? Is it customer service? Is it quality? Is it confidence? Like, what are you selling? With me personally, everything I'm selling is right there in my tagline. I'm selling education, motivation, and guidance. So when schools and organizations have me come in to speak, they know right then and there, boom, that's what I'm selling. I'm bringing education, I'm bringing motivation, and I'm bringing guidance to every student or person I interact with. I know my brand, and we all have to have a brand. Even if you don't have a business, even as a person, like you should have a brand. If you're a student, what is your brand? Are you a dean student? Are you a 3.0 student? Like, what is your brand? If you're in a marriage, what are you selling? Are you bringing commitment? Are you telling your spouse, hey, I can guarantee 100% commitment or your money back? Like, what are you selling? Even in friendships, are you reliable? Are you accountable? Like, what are you selling? And the third one is, what makes you unique? What makes your brand different from the competition? What makes you stand out? What extra services are you bringing? Look at Jimmy John's, for example. Jimmy John's brand is freaky fast. Like they pride themselves on fast delivery. So we can just compare it to Subway. So I've gone into a Subway, and when they're making your sandwiches, it takes a pretty long time. They have to grab this and that and toast it. I promise you, when I go to Jimmy John's, before I can pay for my sandwich, it's already done and they're handing it to me. Like they pride themselves off the freaky fast delivery. Like Jimmy John's is the only place I know where you can pay for a $6 sub and get it personally delivered to your home. And now in like these metro areas with heavy traffic, they've stepped it up another notch to where they have people even riding bikes to deliver your sandwich. So they truly pride themselves on freaky fast delivery. And that's what makes them different or unique from any other restaurants that sell sub sandwiches. What makes you different or unique? When you know what your brand is and what you solely stand for, you don't have to change your product. You don't have to tailor it for everyone. You don't have to bend and break and cut your prices. You don't have to do these things when you know what your brand in and the market that you're trying to attract. Because when you stick to your gut and you stick to your brand and your mission, your beliefs and your values, like, you'll start to attract like-minded people who support you for being you. When you know what your brand is, you don't have to talk about it. Because people can see what you consistently bring to the table every day. My question is, do you know your brand?